Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique. Descend to Earth! You're in trouble now.
Naughty child. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thank you for your help. No!
Nap time.
Descend to Earth!
Devil! I'll crush them all! Their redemption! Hold your breath!
Enemy data secured. Net marker activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Rules are made to be broken!
Ready for another? Thanks for the support.
Just a scratch. Let's go.
I'm gonna hold everyone back and
Get there. Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all.
enemy data secure. Net marker activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Rules are made to be broken.
We have the upper hand. I'm here.
I've lost my way.
All right. Now that you're in position, Miss March, let's...
I'm not good at acting all master-like. Oh, thank you so much, Masters! After all, we need to watch you practice for a few days before we can figure out how talented you are, right? So, how'd I do, Master?
You're definitely talented, Miss March.
Hey, here you are! Did you hear that? These two masters just called me. Oh, you're right. I almost got all excited for... I'm just speaking my mind. Trust me, you're really talented. Did you hear that? I'm truly a genius.
Swordplay requires rigorous training. Before we start, Miss March, you need to find a...
In other words, even though you didn't exactly choose to be our apprentice, you still need to take the initiative during...
I once had the honor of learning swordplay from a master. Miss March. Why?
Why do I wield my sword?
I also questioned that sword master about why she uses her sword. And she said, to vanquish my enemies, nothing more. Miss March?
The best way to take down your enemy is with a blaster gun. I heard it here.
Seems like you've seen your fair share of immersion, Miss March. But if you want my opinion, if your goal is self-improvement, you'll feel just as accomplished even if you put down the sword.
Oh, come on. Don't listen to his empty talk.
Oh, now I'm curious to hear what Master Yun Li has to say.
Let me ask you something, March. Do you have any specific goals for learning swordplay? Like achieving a certain... Who do I want to defeat? Him? If you can't think of anyone specific, why not set a simpler goal? Like, how many opponents? I'll fight 10! 10? Oops, that just slipped out. It's actually another line from an... Yeah, I really like them. So what? I think I figured out what's motivated March to learn swordplay.
Could it possibly be a merja about swordmasters?
Hey, now that you mention it, that actually makes sense. I'm super interested in Xianzhou and merja and novels. Even...
See?
It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own preferences.
Becoming a swordmaster who fights for justice and battles evil.
Now that you've both given your approval, I have...
Tea ceremony? Tap the table?
Please? That's how those...
Play along?
Let's just stop wasting time. Yeah! All right.
This is not how it's supposed to be, right? The Xianzhou...
Dear guest.
Stop! Don't call me a guest. Your tea tastes like slop. And you even... And that name, the Sleepless Earl. It's so hard to remember. How about we give you a new plaque that says...
Stop! You've gone...
Oh, who's that trying...
It's me, March 7th. Cause more trouble and I'll show you who your mommy is. That's right! I'm the sword...
Never heard of you. Now scurry back to wherever you crawled out from.
Mr. Scott, I'm Yenqing, a Cloud Knight lieutenant. We've met before, and I suggest you stop causing trouble.
Trouble? Ha! I'm just giving some feedback as a regular customer. The tea here is terrible, and now the Cloud Knights want to stop me from complaining about it?
A regular customer?
Yeah, what else would I be? The Xianzhou's prisoner?
Anyway, if you're trying to bully this young lady, you'd better...
Huh? Oh, that really...
Scrap metal? This is my sword! I'm here...
Sword play? Oh, I get it now. It's just another kind of play, right? That explains why...
Ha! As if anyone wants your junkyard scrap mechs!
Looks like you guys are totally clueless. Well, guess it's time to show these bumpkins something serious.
Just a reminder, IPC members, street fighting on the Xianzhou Lafu is prohibited.
Make any funny moves, and I'll smash that.
Hey, relax. I know the rules. These are my subordinates. They got stuck here because of the transport ship incident, and they need to vent their frustration. Well, I can overlook the terrible tea, but now that you're questioning my security, I can't let, instead of wasting your life learning useless swordplay, why not invest?
Stop! Don't you dare insult Xianzhou swordplay like that!
Huh? A fight, you say? Say whatever you want, but once you see what our mechs can do... Oh, come on! How could... So, I can see you're no master yet, March, but I'll play...
Only 15 days?
And if you lose, you'll have to bark like a dog. Oh, and if that's the case, just forget about your master and become my...
And if...
I'll become your...
Nah, I don't think so. I don't like you.
Okay, how about this? If I lose, I'll squeal like a pig in public and say, IPC mechs are a total joke. And I'll even print...
Squealing isn't enough. You also need to apologize.
Fine, I get it. But you've got to actually beat me with that little... You all heard it, right? We'll meet again in 15 days.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Don't worry. I can't stand by and watch someone be bullied.
Not only do you speak like a hero,
I'm not quite a hero.
I know you're here for the tea ceremony.
Thanks for the invitation, but right now, I just want to focus on practicing swordplay.
Sure, the tea can wait for now. However, I have a question, Miss March.
Come on. How could I possibly...
You're right. I don't see any issue with it. Let March give it a shot.
As long as she trains diligently.
I'm now filled with determination, Masters. You're my most trusted friend. If I can't learn swordplay well, I'll have no one to blame but Masters. Mr. Teaching Assistant, let...
What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou Lafu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Lafu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Lafu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions. Where blast expedition? Yeah. Wherever we go, we eat, play.
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers.
The Xianzhou Lafu has recently overcome a crisis by holding the war dance there.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. Aside from Starskiff performances, it's mostly martial contests.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for review.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition, with Madame Harda's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81.
Aw, so that means we're not...
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, Marge. Since we've been invited, it's also, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Cienjo Lafu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise.
What do you two think? I don't hear any objection.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's...
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there?
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Don't miss us too much. If I stop...
Himiko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Danha...
Just let you two wander around. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended. And, since he has extended an invitation...
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was this time we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. Quite unusual, I must say. I'm just... always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General... Let's wait for him in front...
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. Are you familiar with the Cienjo Lafu?
We know a little bit about it.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship...
Oh, we just left there. Huh.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the...
Exactly! Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lafu fighter jet. No doubt about it.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our
you're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Good idea. The everyday
vibe. Yeah.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone! It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw...
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast.
We've only been away for a few months.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danhung. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskip. The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places... Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knight's armaments. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General...
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astro.
It's funny.
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security. Now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out this.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Watch out for this!
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him. Why are there Boris in here? This ends now.
Eternal.
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set to the sea of
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our...
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu. And it's IP...
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Lafu must...
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, according to the protocol, Borisan prisoners should be held on a star skiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision with...
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomat.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Chun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisan just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisan near the Luofu, and the Ju Ming envoys saved them?
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the star skiff lanes are under immense...
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation. Maybe I should gather more detail.
Oh, you look much...
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Cienjo before the war dance is like a
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with.
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisan. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisan have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as their presence has faded over the years.
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Shenzhou Luofu.
Yeah, that's what I find strange. Well, enough with the chit-chat. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't...
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting...
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's a...
All right, let's not keep the general...
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with...
There sure are a lot of trouble.
Success.
It's been a long journey, Elder Hawaiian. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking...
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my...
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friend. Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dream. Allow me to introduce you to General Hawaiian. He's the Arbiter General of the Cienjo Ju Ming. No?
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here.
Elder Hawaiian is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his marshals,
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Hawaiian.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hawaiian.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you at the Ambrosial Arbor.
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily over...
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Law Fu and will attend the war dance.
You're more than welcome, General Huai.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take...
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
It's you!
Oh, it's you.
Oh, you two already know each other?
What a coincidence!
Oh, now you've piqued my...
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag.
Yes, it is.
No, that won't do. You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just... As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately... By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison...
Hold on a sec, Yoon Lee. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're...
So much for Lafu's sword.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have... With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you...
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords...
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it.
You two.
Hey! Whose side?
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much.
Such grand...
Well, everyone, Elder White, I'll find another chance to talk with you all.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming at an
You needn't apologize, General.
All right, Yoon Lee.
Yeah. It's better to make...
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests see if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive.
I'm on it. This is the report Ching Zhu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's not exactly a test. It's just, you know... well, let's not worry about that.
It is the Law Fu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing...
You're overthinking it, Genuine. As I said, I'm here to However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title... So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou... The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Law Fu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter General.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead.
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Genuine? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating, once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat, I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little...
Reserved?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually...
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire...
What's so unusual about it?
The war dance is just a small... Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the...
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall...
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece...
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced once the spark of suspicion is kindled. The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously. Here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. Here I was looking... But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those are... By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the cauldron master on the Luofu? Well, it's not...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now. I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do... Did I say something wrong? It's like you can do...
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his...
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
This is too much trouble. While I
no worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IP...
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness.
reason with you Cianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I...
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait. Why are you here? Staying on the Cianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disaster...
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the art?
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by...
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protests in Shigway.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for...
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to...
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold.
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lawfu.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave on ship?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for...
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further...
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it...
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right?
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our car.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations, too. According to Article 4 of the Cianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and...
Aw, I didn't expect to see you again, Mr. Scott. We had such fun in Arum Alley last time. It seems our...
Stop pretending we're friends! If I could actually beat you, I'd punch you in the...
Let's just pretend we don't know him, Don Hung.
Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite hear you. The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express,
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will come.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia?
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost like family. Doesn't that...
What's all this nonsense? Even if you were married to him, you still couldn't... We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC...
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as well?
IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any...
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ling Xiao, Cauldron Master and head of the alchemy.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't...
It doesn't matter? How can...
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well...
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't...
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more... Our ship will leave in a few days once the...
Your ship can leave whenever you want. But I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat. Or, since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from...
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me.
This lady is... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
ejected. That was a surprise.
Sighted all units on Earth. I second my friends. Indulge yourselves! Detonate.
There's more to life. Eternal.
Staying the mood is set just right.
Let the show begin!
Like until everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true.
I've set these away! Time to live! Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring.
I'm on it. Please follow me.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the... I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't...
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't... Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that... It wasn't a big deal. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right? All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves. Well, it's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow...
The view here would be even better without the Emperor.
Oh, really? I think that
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for...
Well, once a seed is planted, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and...
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider. Just like the Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years.
I see. Thank you for your... While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But our Xianzhou forebears knew this well. And that's why they entrust 30 years ago. My mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, and guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None of...
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not... Alas, why is it... Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting. Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity.
What a small... You stole my sword!
I see. Let's skip. Why do I keep bumping in?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli,
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should... Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right.
What? Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just... You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes?
Fine. You don't have to give it back because...
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious. It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I am. Well, since you don't approve, I won't try. I didn't mean it in that way. I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my clearing out some abominations.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me to...
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and care. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experiment. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee.
Lingsha.
It's for your own good, little Yunli.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?